and welcome everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets going up against the Washington Wizards. Well, for Washington, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And guys, the fans always enjoy hearing stories from your playing days. Let's talk teammates. Shaq, who were your favorite guys to play with over the years?
You know, everyone loves the Shaq, and Shaq has 4 rings, but I'm saying it here.
They all love
real
the
life. Yeah, everybody loves Shaq.
Okay.
I'm sexy, handsome, and qualified. That's what Shaq stands
for. I think my question was, who were your favorite teammates?
Let me finish, Ernie. Let me finish. I'm quick to say, hey, I got 4 rings, but I could
You
not,
are quick to say that.
Could not do without Brian Shaw. Brian Shaw was a guy that always looked for me, similar with when how Kenny played with the team. He came down, made sure I got my shots off first. Derek Fisher, we all remember the .04 shot. Rick Fox was a hustler to go out and play. Big Shot Bob.
Oh, wow.
Saved
one of
me
my
so
favorites,
many
too.
times.
So he's won both of our favorites.
Big Shot Bob saved me so many times. I would probably only have one without Big Shot Bob. And Nick Van Exel, even though me and Nick didn't win together, we had a great time.
Well, obviously, he said Big Shot. Hakeem, Sam Cassell, Robert Horry, Vernon Maxwell. But one of my favorite of all time, Chucky Brown.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite teammate is Chucky Brown of all time.
You didn't say Otis Thorpe?
No, but Otis was cool.
Oh, my
but
God.
But Chucky Brown was my favorite teammate of all time, man.
Guess who I would say my favorite teammates are?
Who's that? It's us? Oh, Ernie.
Really?
I thought you were going to say another guy who wasn't here.
I'm getting choked up a little bit. Thanks for joining us.
Need some tissue.
From Charlotte at the home of the Hornets, we're broadcasting from the Time Warner Cable Arena. A time-honored tradition. The NBA on 2K Sports. Sunday night hoops action. Delighted to have all of you with us here tonight. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke.
And Charlotte Hornets. So now I leave you to watch this spectacular match.
And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Washington, the talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Markieff Morris is out there with Otto Porter Jr. And it's Gortat in at the 5. Beal can't get it to go. And so here's Charlotte. The thing about Bradley Beal, when he suits up, the entire lineup becomes exponentially more potent. A quick, powerful athlete. Greg, high basketball IQ. Had the great teaching at Florida, carries it to the NBA. Opponents have to account for him, I think, on both ends of the floor.
And that's a great point, Kevin. I mean, coming out of college, a lot of people compared him to Ray Allen. I mean, he possesses that next level smoothness and body control that's often indicative of a true difference maker.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Walker with the 3. They get it back. Charlotte on D. Here's the teardrop. That's good from Beal on the assist from Gortat. First quarter, just over a minute played.
And, going back to Bradley Beal, the bottom line is he's a winner. Last year, the Wizards went 8-9 with Beal out of the lineup. Hard to argue with those facts and numbers.
Now, here's Walker. Again, the miss by Walker. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
I caught up with Coach Randy Whitman. Their #1 priority is not to give up any looks on the inside, anything easy in the interior, guys. He told me, quote, "We want to have the key look like a fancy club out there. Crowded, not a lot of room, and very hard to get into." Sounds like your kind of place, Kevin.
And thank you for that, Doris.
And when you talk about Bradley Beal, it's not just having him in the lineup that matters. It's having him at his best. When he's at 100% health, there are very few guards in the league who can keep up with him. Truly one of the game's great young talents.
Now here's Wall. Feeds it to Morris. With the fadeaway. Can't get it to go. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And that one's good.
Boy, just an excellent assist. Nice work from Kemba Walker.
The Wizards have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And Beal kicks to Morris. Outside, Wall. Morris a screen. Gortat misses.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Here's Zeller. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
The Wizards with the lead. Outside, Wall. Morris a screen. Wall dishes to Beal. Gortat with a screen on Lee. Here's Beal. And another miss by Washington.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
A nice shot by Zeller. Zeller's got his second bucket of the night.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Now here's Wall. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Now the dish to Porter. Pass to Morris. Out to the right wing. And Gortat kicks to Wall. The pass to Morris. Over Williams. Again the miss by Morris. Charlotte has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
And shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
And guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
I think all three of us agree John Wall, a tremendous all-around player.
Outstanding. Speed was what jumped out at me most when I saw him first at Kentucky. Now he's been able to harness that speed as a pro, and he makes plays that very few can make as a point guard.
He gives you a lot of different looks, doesn't he?
He sure does.
And he makes the first.
And guys, John Wall, obviously one of the most electrifying players to enter the league in some time. Unreal body control, tremendous length and athleticism for a point guard. And that's one of the reasons he gets so many steals, blocks, and rebounds. All the extra things from his position that really add up.
And, you know, guys, for Wall, the one thing he's still ironing out is his shooting stroke. It looks better every year, but doesn't necessarily go in more often, especially from three. But even if he never becomes a great shooter, I think he'll remain one of the game's best all-around talents.
Another miss by Williams.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Wall wide open. Connects from three-point range. Wall's got 5.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Here's Walker. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Off the screen. No good. In and out. Off the rim.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Gortat against Zeller. Gortat, the pass to Beal. And again, Washington with the triple.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Hornets trail by 6. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. Wall against Walker. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And guys, there's no doubt Walker has a lot of the tools needed to be a great point guard. But his shooting percentage is really what has kept him from making the leap. Just not as consistent as he needs to be. And a lot of it has to do with shot selection. That also has to improve.
First free throw is good. Just thinking again about Kemba Walker's field goal percentage, Greg. You were talking about shot under 40%, Clark, from the floor last year.
Yeah, and I think so much of shooting percentage is a function of shot selection. That's 3 out of the last 4 seasons now under 40% for Kemba. In order to be an elite point guard, that number's got to go up.
And watching Kemba Walker play, so explosive. An undersized floor general, nasty crossover. Really a scorer's mentality. Maybe too much of a scorer's mentality to ever be a great assistant.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Greg, talking about Walker, you have to love the way he competes, his willingness, Clark, to put the team on his shoulders and carry him.
Love that competitive spirit of his. They're actually figuring out how to use him best, but he's such a dynamic offensive player. You've got to give him room to be creative at that end.
Dudley's checked in for Markieff Morris. For Washington, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. And Beal kicks to Wall. Over in the corner, Dudley. From deep. Jefferson with the rebound. The Hornets trail. Outside, Walker. Outside, Batum. Dishes it to Jefferson. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, here's Wall. 5 points in the game. Excellent use of the screen that time. Dudley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Walker dishes to Williams. Rebound, Washington.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And we've all seen how dominant Bradley Beal can be. The 3rd overall pick in the 2012 draft. He's already had a solid young career, but still plenty of room to grow.
The Wizards shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The throw good, Beal. Talking about Bradley Beal's potential, it's not just the shooting, it's also the passing, and you really don't think of him as a passer, but for such a young two-guard, he's extremely unselfish, averaged over 3 assists a game over the past 2 years.
And the true stars of our game feature versatility. And here's a guy that has also tremendous upside as a rebounder. I mean, how about getting 7 boards almost a game the 1 year he was in college? So he understands the importance of impacting other areas. I mean, last season he had his highest steals average of his career, and everything's upside with this young man. The sky's the limit.
Excellent point. Now here's Batum. Just 4 to shoot. Lynn, that's a 2-pointer. Ball's knocked loose. Jefferson passing to Lynn. Here's Kaminsky. The shot no good. And it's Washington the other way. Here's Beal. The shot misses.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Batum attacking. Passes it to Lamb. And a wide open look for Lynn. Hands it from downtown. Lynn's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
Here's the screen. Sessions against Lynn. And Sessions kicks to Dudley. Lets the 3 fly. And the shot is good. Dudley's got 6 points.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Now here's Batum. He feeds it to Kaminsky. Looking for Jefferson. He gets it there. That's good from 17 feet away. Jefferson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. Clean look from that range. He's got to take it. They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Now here's Lynn. Outside, Batum. No one covering. Batum's got 5 points so far.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Benet setting the pick for Beal. Shot off the pick. No good. Great D that time from Batum. Charlotte has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Kaminsky sets the pick for Lynn. He kicks to Batum. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass. Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
And for Jared Dudley, a bit of a resurgence last season. Found a team he liked playing for, played much closer to his career numbers than the year before with the Clippers.
Yeah, and that's a great point. I mean, he turned back the clock in almost every category, and I think to your point, a lot of it has to do with the fit. He's on a team in a role that suits his talent, and I think you're going to see him continue to be consistent.
Washington making a change here. Temple's checked in. Hornets trail by 4.
And, you know, going back to Jared Dudley, he helps you in so many different ways. Shoots a lot of threes, yet does so efficiently. He rebounds, he passes the ball. He'll get a little physical, too. He's a valuable vet to have in your locker room.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Now here's Sessions. He's tightly guarded. Pass to Dudley. And Jefferson sends it back. And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession. And the Wizards with possession. They lead by 4. Clock at 6. Temple. And again, Washington with the triple.
And you know what Jared Dudley's nickname was in college? The junkyard dog. I mean, for his toughness and that nose he has for the ball. 2 attributes that have served him greatly here at the next level.
Lynn with the steal. The feed now to Jefferson. Can't hit. Now Washington takes it the other way. Thornton up on top. Defended by Batum. Nene with the screen on Lynn. Sessions against Lynn. From the arc. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Hornets trail by 7. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Washington shooting 45% from the floor since the game got underway. 1 second separating the shot clock in game. On its way from Thornton for 2, and it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Nice shot by Lynn. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Wizards lead by 6. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And an exciting young backcourt in Washington with John Wall and Bradley Beal. Wall said that Beal is known for his appetite. You think John Wall's hungry for a championship in D.C.?
Yeah, I was certainly thinking. Well, not really. I've seen that dude eat exactly the way John described it. It is an unbelievable sight to behold. You literally cannot comprehend how anybody could scarf up that much food and still hoop.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
We've got Marvin Williams, Cody Zeller out there with Kaminsky. Then it's Lee, and it's Walker in at the point guard position. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Zeller with it, guarded now by Morris. But they recover it. Zeller dishes to Kaminsky, uses the glass to finish the layup. Kaminsky's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Hornets.
And Steve Clifford might not be the most famous coach in the NBA, but he has plenty of experience, and everyone in the league knows exactly how well versed he is as a coach.
And Wall with the slam. Hornets trail by 6. Inside, Gortat with the steal. And Wall kicks to Temple. Back to Wall. Kicks it to Temple. Shot clock at 5. Off target with his 3. Charlotte shooting the ball at 42%. Charlotte moving it around. Nobody near Williams. Cans it from downtown.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Walker against Wall. Gortat with a screen on Lee. Another shot. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And for Marcin Gortat, he was such a good fit for the Wizards last season. Actually, the last 2 seasons.
You know, he runs the floor very well for his size. A terrific finisher, solid in the pick and roll, can make the mid-range. You know, he's been one of the more consistent centers in our league.
Bradley Beal's checked in for Washington. Both free throws good from Gortat.
You know, getting back to Gortat, he signed that 5-year, $60 million contract a couple of years back. Raised some eyebrows at the time because he's not a supreme athlete, but his size, effort, and refined skill set have made him worth it so far.
Walker with it. He's picked up by Wall. Outside, Walker. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Williams passes to Kaminsky. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Kaminsky's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Porter dishes to Morris. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 3rd rebound on the night.
And talking about Gortat, I like what he can do for you defensively. Doesn't really have a vertical, but uses his length and timing to alter shots. And he moves his feet well enough to close out on shooters and also cover the pick and roll. So solid and complete in terms of a frontline player.
Washington's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. And Wall kicks to Beal. There's a screen by Gortat. It's Porter outside. Hornets with the rebound. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Walker the pass to Lee. Now here's Kaminsky. Gortat covering. Kaminsky dishes to Walker. 6 to shoot. Steps back and fires. No good off the front iron.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over.
Feeds to Porter. Takes the 3. Here's Morris, and he goes in for the dunk.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
Here's Williams following the bucket by the Wizards. Outside, Walker. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. Wizards ball. Wizards leading by 3. Outside, Wall. He dishes it to Gortat. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 4th assist in this one. For Charlotte, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Lee kicks to Walker. Baseline J on the way. Walker missing again. Washington has gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. The dish now to Porter. Gortat with a screen on Lee. Porter passes to Gortat. And that one's good. Gortat's got 6 here in this quarter.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
And Walker kicks to Williams. Back to Walker. They set the pick. 5 on the clock. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Otto Porter, hailing from a family of basketball players. His mom, All-State in '85. His 3 uncles won state titles. Deep basketball roots.
And how about the fact several of his cousins also won state championships, although Otto is the only one in the family to reach the NBA.
No good on that one.
You know, getting back to Otto Porter's basketball family, it really prepped him to compete. Your family is the first place you learn to navigate and win battles in competition. That goes for sports and life.
And the second free throw, good.
And talking about Porter, he certainly has worked hard to improve upon his weaknesses. That's a trait that's often instilled in a man at a young age. And he's not an explosive athlete, but his motor and want to compensate for that.
After making it to the playoffs in 2014, the Hornets couldn't repeat the feat in 2015. A slow start probably, Greg, more than anything else did him in.
Really disappointing season coming in with such high expectations, and 33 and 49 just not good enough to get into the playoffs in any season.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to hear what Randy Whitman was saying to the team. He told Gortat that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
You know, for the Hornets, they've not made consecutive playoff appearances since the team moved to New Orleans back in 2002. They just haven't been able to stay consistent enough to make it to the playoffs back-to-back years.
Walker goes in. Can't cash in from close range.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
And guys, what's rough with the Hornets is that they were a consistent playoff fixture in the late 90s. Still, the team has never made it to the conference finals in its franchise history, and that should be a goal for them in the coming years.
Now here's Walker. He has 5. Looking to end his cold spell. Rejected by Wall. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Charlotte making some changes. Jefferson comes in for Zeller. And it's Batum in for Kaminsky. And a change for the Wizards. Dudley's checked in. Washington leading now by 8. Now here's Wall. He's got 7. Goes up the baseline. No good. Walker with some nice D.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Jefferson. Washington with the rebound. Gortat's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside, Wall. Beal gets a wide open look. And Gortat with the stuff.
And Kevin, plays like that really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. And that's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise. Just 1 of 7 from the field.
And the slam dunk by Wall.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing. And right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
And Jefferson throws it down.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
And Jefferson sends it back. The shot is off. And Washington the other way now. Wall with it. He's got 9. There's a screen by Gortat. Wall dishes to Gortat. 5 to shoot. Beal, that's for 2. Beal can't get that one to fall.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And it's Walker penetrating. Porter pulls it in. Wizards leading by 8. From deep, Wall. A rebound by Jefferson. Jefferson's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had early.
And that is good. Williams has got 5 points now this quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
And that one's good by Gortat.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
And the thing, Greg, about Marcin Gortat, he's not a high flyer. He's not a super flexible athlete. but he's one of the best centers in the league because he's tough. And he's worked hard on developing his skills. And he always hustles.
Yeah, and he fights for position down low. A terrific screener, does a lot of that dirty work. And he's also very good at passing the basketball. You know, a lot more skilled, particularly in the pick and roll, than maybe people give him credit for. He can hurt a defense in a surprising number of ways.
Some changes for Charlotte. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Lee, and it's Jeremy Lin in for Walker. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Nene, he's checked in for Gortat. Temple comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall.
Talking about Gortat, he was a late second-round draft choice in 2005. His first 4 years in the league, highly underwhelming. Now, over the last 4 years, he's averaged around 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks per game. Those are good numbers.
Here's Sessions. After Al Jefferson scored, here's Nene. And too long on the shot. Hornets trail by 6. And here's Lin. He has 6. Now Thornton. Pass to Sessions. Nene with the screen on Batum. And Sessions kicks to Nene. 6 feet out. And Jefferson sends it back. Second chance shot. And Nene with the lay-in. Good. Nene's got 6.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with the soft touch to match.
And Jefferson, here we go.
We've watched Jefferson play great basketball. He has 8 points, and he has sent a bunch of shots in reverse.
And because of that, there's now a major intimidation factor working in their favor.
The Hornets have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
And he can't hit the second.
Well, I tell you what, Nene is a man among boys down low. Remarkable physical power. And he's also got a tough mentality about him. Just a real rugged individual.
Dudley, no luck. Hornets trail by 7. Screen by Jefferson. Off the pick. It's deflected. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Here's Temple. There's a minute left in the first half. Shoots from the baseline. And again, Nene. Nene's got 8. And getting back to Nene, an obvious inside player with great impact. He looks and plays like a man possessed. Yet through last season, Greg, he's never averaged as much as 8 rebounds a game.
And, you know, his true value is measured in intangibles at times, not just on the stat sheet. He does all the dirty work so others can shine.
Here's Sessions following the basket by Jeremy Lamb. And the basket by Thornton.
That shot was made possible by the work of Nene setting the screen.
Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Picked by Williams. Lin the pass to Williams. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
He's been a completely different guy at the line this season. I mean, last year, you weren't sure what you were going to get when he got to the stripe. There's no way we could have expected such a huge increase in those free throw percentage numbers.
One shot, gentlemen.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the strike, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Can't hit from 12. With 1 on the clock. That'll do it for the first half. Wizards out front. They're up by 7. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Bradley, it certainly seemed to be a focus of this team to have a strong first half, which you did. Is this type of intensity something that coaches made a priority?
Yeah, most definitely. We wanted to hit them first. We weren't going to check any temperatures, as he said, so we were not going to just let guys do what they want to do. We're going to come out and be the aggressor, and we did that.
Well, you imposed your will, Bradley. Thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. There was no stopping Marcin Gortat in the first half. He had 12 points, 3 assists, and 8 rebounds. And taking a look at the Wizards, Shaq, what'd you think?
We've seen them play better, but they're still in control. Their talent level is much higher. They were able to kind of coast through the first half. But if these guys crank up the intensity, this league could double, triple, quadruple. I don't know what comes after quadruple. But still 2 quarters to play, though.
Looking at Charlotte, Kenny, your thoughts?
Their three-point shooters struggle to get into a rhythm. It's a mental thing. You start clanking them, and your teammates start. It's contagious. Now, percentage-wise, shooting in the low 30s, it's not horrific, but it's not great. And they have to improve their accuracy from deep in the second half, or they're going to have a hard time coming back.
And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
The second half just about to get going here.
Really an extraordinary game for Gortat. 8 rebounds and 3 assists. His success in the assist department is carried over to the free throw line.
Boy, has he been steady at the helm today.
Hornets trail by 7. So the Wizards 5 right now. The great pair of Wall and Beal are at the guard spots. Otto Porter Jr. out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Gortat in at the center position. Williams can't get it to go.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Outside, Walker. Inside. The shot by Williams, no good.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Now, here's Walker. Bradley Beal unable to get his shot to go.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Now here's Beal. Wall attacking. And he uses the glass on the layup. Wall's got 11 points.
And last year, the Wizards at time played excellent team basketball. I mean, seems like every time a shot went in, it was coming off a pass to find the open man.
No good.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Morris, no good. Hornets trail by 6. Walker with it. Now guarded by Porter. Walker against Porter. And Walker kicks to Batum. Rebound, Washington. They've led by as much as 10. And Greg, the Wizards were top 10 in the league in assists you were just talking about last season. They were 3rd, Clark, in the league in their assist-to-made field goal ratio.
Beyond those eye-popping stats, the Wizards passed the eye test. I mean, it seemed like most of their buckets came off nice passes.
Now here's Lee after Markieff Morris's miss. Outside, Walker, just 5 to shoot. Here's Williams. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
And guys, you know, last year Marvin Williams signed a big contract, and he did not follow that up with big production. In fact, he tied a career low in terms of his field goal percentage at only 42, and not exactly what the Hornets were expecting from their new stretch 4.
So he gets them both. Now, the thing about Marvin Williams, you know, we know he doesn't create for others. He doesn't generate a lot of blocks or steals. But, you know, the one thing he does, he can hit the boards, he rebounds well, and he's got a pretty good shot from outside.
Yeah, and last season he didn't have any big numbers, but the ones that were at least respectable were in the areas you just mentioned, rebounding and three-point shooting, Kevin.
Here's Morris, 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Morris has got 6.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Zeller, a screen on Porter. Porter against Batum. Pulls up on the wing. There's Lee with the 3. Williams kicks to Lee. And it's Zeller atop the key. Down low, Gortat with the steal. Porter against Lee. And here's Wall outside. That missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field. Walker dishes to Zeller. Porter with the steal. And the pass to Beal. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Batum, good.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
All right, Charlotte, now entering the court for your viewing entertainment, the Hornets dance team. Make some noise!
Charlotte making a switch. Kaminsky's checked in. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Gortat with the screen for Wall. They set the screen. And the wide open shot from Morris. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Walker. 7 points in the game. Looking to end his cold spell. Misses in close.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Morris. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket. It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Wall's shot is off. Lee up top, guarded by Porter. Lee passes to Zeller. They set the pick. Wall against Walker. Wall with the steal. In transition, here come the Wizards. Beal's running. Outside, Wall. This one for 3. And the foul's called on Markieff Morris. That's foul number 2 for him. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Washington?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they've defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot and also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
Walker against Wall. And Walker kicks to Kaminsky. Shot clock at 6. Walker dishes to Zeller. And it falls over the rim and in. Zeller's got 8 points.
Consistency all game. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game. Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Now here's Kaminsky. Back to Walker. Picked by Zeller. Jacks up a 3. Rebound, Washington. Porter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Lee against Wall. The shot from 20 feet away. Here's Gortat. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And Charlotte had a lot of momentum going into last season off that playoff appearance. But they just stumbled out of the gates last season and spent the whole year playing catch-up.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
A free throw good for Marcin Gortat. And for the Hornets, they seemed to get back on track last January, but they faded Clark quickly after that and were too far behind to make up room and get in the playoffs.
And, you know, they had a rash of injuries, Kevin, and that really did them in. All in all, it was a season that just didn't have any traction for them because of the injuries.
Jefferson's checked in for the Hornets. Both free throws good for Marcin Gortat. Hornets trail by 12. Now here's Walker. He's got 7, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Walker's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Washington's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Outside, Wall. High post try. The shot no good. And it's the Hornets taking it the other way. Walker against Dudley. It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Walker.
Now that's a great move to get to the hoop. Awesome finger roll finish.
Now here's Wall. He's got 14. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
And for the last 3 seasons, what a talented young backcourt John Wall and Bradley Beal have become. Wall drafted 1st overall, Beal 3rd in different drafts. A little lottery luck, if you will, and great scouting of these two.
Let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey guys, I got a chance to hear what Steve Clifford was saying to his team. He went over the offensive plan and that it hinges on running things through Jefferson. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Coach was not wasting any time and altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thanks again, Doris. And they call over the back here. Too much contact. Well, Clark getting back to Wall and Beal. They really complemented each other perfectly over the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, you look at some of the great backcourts of any age over that time, and Wall and Beal right there with them. And it's good to be so young and talented, that's for sure.
Now, here is Morris. Following the miss by Frank Kaminsky. Morris with the bucket.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Lynn with it. 6 points for him. Down low. Outside for Jefferson. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Just a boneheaded play there, guys. Plain and simple.
Well, tell me how you really feel about that, Greg. But you're right. I mean, mistakes like that will keep you from cutting deficits, no doubt.
Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Markieff Morris. Beal against Batum. It's Beal on the wing. He's got 9. There's a screen. Clock at 6. The baseline J. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Looking at the game Beal has been having, 9 points, then his huge assist tally makes it all the more impressive.
You know what? He's the catalyst. He's the reason why this team plays with such harmony. And if his passing continues, they're going to be dangerous.
The first one falls. Well, nobody really knew, Greg, what to make of Washington going into last year's playoffs. They came out strong with a big sweep against a pretty good Raptors team.
Yeah, how about taking them down 4 straight? And it was the first time a team has swept an opponent without home court advantage since 2011. Also was the first sweep for the Wizards in franchise history.
And both free throws good for Beal.
And in the second round, the Wizards continued to be a tough opponent. I mean, they went up 2-1 on the Hawks, but were unable to keep the series lead. A lot of close, heartbreaking losses for them in that series.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Dudley with a screen on Lynn. Sessions passes to Dudley. Here's Nene. Rebounded by Kaminsky.
And the Hawks would ultimately take down the Wizards last year in the postseason. John Wall and his injury were a big turning point in that matchup. And all those buzzer beaters from both teams made it one of the most interesting series of the postseason.
Here's Beal. Frank Kaminsky making his last shot. On its way from Dudley for 2. Gets an open look and hits. Dudley's got 8 points. Hornets trail by 12. Outside, Lynn shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Now, here's Thornton. He's got 5. Dishes to Nene. Passes it to Beal. Again, the Wizards good for 2. And here are the Hornets now, down by 12. Beal with the steal. To the paint, here's Nene. Again, the Wizards score.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, Kevin. Randy Whitman had some words for his team over the break. He told Nene that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you. score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
And guys, Nicholas Batum is a real greyhound on the floor. The guy's got long strides, runs fast, long and limber. Clarkey, he covers a lot of ground.
Extremely active at both ends of the court, Kevin. Great versatility. He can defend 3 positions, and he's played big minutes for the Blazers.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And the Kings. Then we have our last match. Trailblazers at the Clippers.
And the first one drops.
And guys, now the NBA has what's called player tracking. I mean, they can show how much ground a player can cover over the course of a season. And Nicholas Batum, always amongst the leaders. 2 seasons ago, he was number 1.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
And Batum with that slender build, you know, you like his height and length, but he can get pushed around at times. I think he can still stand to add some strength.
Now here's Sessions. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. 4 on the shot clock. Fades away and misses it off the right side of the rim.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Pass to Lynn. Williams a screen. And Batum kicks to Lynn.
Now Lynn.
He feeds it to Jefferson.
So Jefferson with the shot.
The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Lynn's got 6 assists here tonight. Wizards leading by 13. And Sessions kicks to Beal. Nene into the lane. He misses that time, but only 5 misses in his 11 shots from the field as he's 6 of 11. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And for Big Al Jefferson, he's been a great player in this league, but he hasn't played on that many great teams, and he's never made an all-star team. Hard to imagine.
Second free throw.
And he sinks the second. And for Al Jefferson, never making an all-star team, he's got the numbers on offense to get him there. People just feel he's probably, what, Clark, one-dimensional?
Well, you know, even though the All-Star game has no defense for the most part, you usually need to play a little bit of D to have a chance to get there.
There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Lynn dishes to Jefferson. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Not a good idea to let him get such good position in the paint.
It's more than a bad idea. It's real trouble. I mean, he'll make that 10 out of 10 times.
From deep, Thornton. And that's not going to go. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Wizards lead by 12. And we're just moments away from the start of the And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here.
Now here we go, fourth quarter.
So it's Washington now. At one point, they led by 16. We've got Zeller. Kemba Walker is out there with Lee. That's Jeremy Lamb. And it's Williams at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. Well, we know Washington didn't win the Southeast last season. They came in second once again. This time to the Hawks and not to Miami. Still, I thought they were dominant within the division. Matter of fact, they were dominant within the division.
Just 5 to shoot. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go on Markieff Morris. Wizards were very strong against the rest of their division, the Southeast Division. 10-6 in division record for them.
And it seems the Wizards are always the bridesmaids. I mean, never the bride, it seems. Since the Southeast came about in 2004, they've had 6 second-place finishes, but have yet to win a division title.
Amazing. And so he hits both. A big dip in performance here for the Hornets last year. In 2014, they were very tough to beat at home, and that was not the case in 2015.
Yeah, I mean, they struggled to string together those defensive runs at home, and in the end, that led to their less than stellar record.
He kicks it to Beal. To the paint. Here's Gortat. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
And, you know, that record for the Hornets last year at home, they ended up going 19-22, 6 fewer wins than they had in 2014 when they last made the playoffs.
And getting back to the Hornets, they were the worst shooting team in the league at home. And they have to remedy that in a hurry. Shot only 42% here last season.
Outside, Walker. Outside, Williams. Back to Walker.
Back to Walker. Here we go. Walker inside.
And he converts the layup.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Porter kicks to Morris.
Morris with the turnaround shot.
That's short off the rim.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Lee passes to Walker.
Now Walker
picked by Lee.
Up his man. Picked by Williams. Now
Walker against Wall.
With a shot.
Again, the miss by Walker. Wizards leading by 13. Outside, Wall. The feed to Porter. Fires from deep. And good. Coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Hornets shooting reasonably well, 45%. Picked by Zeller. Zeller, a screen on Wall. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his third foul of the game. Pick by Zeller. There's the pick. Lamb up top. This one for 3. Gortat comes up with the rebound.
King's game will be.
Gortat's got 11 rebounds in the game. And stolen by Williams.
John Wall gets a turnover. Stolen by Williams.
Now here's Lamb. He's covered by Beal.
To Lee.
Lee dishes to Walker.
Walker sizing up his man.
Picked by Williams. And Walker kicks to Williams. It's tipped.
Oh, it's tipped. And now here we go.
Here's Porter.
Porter slams
dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Elite team. They've just been playing like it's
screen by Lee. Williams passes to Walker. Shot clock at 6.
Walker
takes the 3.
The shot.
Rebound, Washington.
Now get
Gortat's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Gortat with the screen for Wall.
Look at that pick.
Again, the Wizards good for 2.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
And it's Walker penetrating, and he gets it to go.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Here's Wall. To the inside. Gortat. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. And that's 18 points for Marcin Gortat. Hornets trail by 20. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And it's Walker penetrating.
Now Lamb for 3.
No good from Lamb. Here's Washington. They're on a 14-6 run.
Wall.
Lee against Wall. Kicks to Morris.
Now Morris, who has a mismatch of Kemba Walker.
9 feet out.
Now Morris.
Kemba Walker comes up with the loose ball. Walker's got his third rebound on the night. Here's Lee, and it's Otto Porter with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Here's Lee.
Now Lee.
Over in the corner, Zeller.
Zeller. Lamb.
Picked by Zeller. Here's Lamb. Second chance shot. And Zeller with the layup.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Washington leading now by 18. Morris with a screen on Walker. And Wall kicks to Morris.
Morris inside.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
You know, I thought Charlotte went to their bench as much as most other teams last season. Those guys ate up time for the starters, but weren't nearly efficient scoring the ball as you might want them to be.
Second.
For the Hornets last season, their bench was weak at times. They just couldn't really score that well.
And the Hornets bench was the only bench to shoot under 40% from the floor for the season.
Now Williams.
It's Williams with the drive.
Inside.
And he uses the glass on the lane. Williams has got 4 this quarter.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Morris a screen. Morris with the screen for Wall.
Morris with another
feeds it to Morris.
And now inside.
The shot is off. Excellent D there from Williams. Hornets trail by 18. And here is Lamb. He dishes it to Walker.
Walker. Uh-oh.
Out to Lee for the 3.
To Lee for 3.
Rebound, Washington.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that.
Charlotte making a switch here. Batum's checked in.
Maybe hoping that they would get hyped after that.
It's Beal on the wing, covered by Lee. 6 to shoot. From deep.
Wall with the shot. Misses.
But they'll get another chance.
Oh,
and Beal kicks to Morris. From the top of the key, he buries it. And the Wizards lead by 20.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Picked by Zeller. Batum inside the 3-point line. Beal pulls it in. Beal's got his 4th rebound in this one. Wall with it. He's picked up by Lee.
Wall gets a pick.
Wall against Lee. The shot from 20 feet away. They get it again. Here's Morris. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Checking out the game Marquise Morris is having. He has 17 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Al Jefferson's checked in for Cody Zeller. Washington's offense last year looked solid on paper, but in reality, it was much tougher to defend against. They could hurt you in a number of ways.
And the Wizards, Kevin, could get you in transition, but they could also, as you mentioned, they could get you with their half-court sets. Top 10 in field goal percentage as well as 3-point percentage last season.
Gortat.
Can't get it to go. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Lee outside to the left side wing.
Walker with the shot.
Walker's shot is off.
And, you know, for the Wizards, it wasn't just how they scored, but who scored. I mean, they ended the season with all 5 starters averaging double-digit points, and that's a rarity.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Screen by Jefferson. Walker goes in off the pick. Jefferson's shot is off.
And thinking back to the Wizards having all of their starting 5 scoring in double digits last year, those are the kinds of teams that coaches
hate to plan against. Any given night, one of them can step up and hurt you, and you just couldn't plan for where their points were going to come from.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Well, guys, no secret that Al Jefferson has never been known for his defense. Clark, mostly viewed as an offensive player.
Yeah, he really is strong down in the low post. But last season, Jefferson went out of his way to change that no defense perception of him.
Wizards making a switch here. Dudley's checked in. There's a screen by Gortat. Over in the corner, Dudley. A 3-ball. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
And you know, it's what spurred Jefferson to kind of rededicate to defense when he realized teams would pick on him and make him the focal point of their attack.
And it's Walker penetrating, and the basket good. Walker's got 8 points in the quarter.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Beal against Lee, and Beal kicks to Wall.
Now Wall.
Pulls up on the wing. Again, the miss by Wall.
And for Jefferson and his defense, players know when they are being targeted. So good for Big Al to do something about it.
Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Gortat with a screen on Walker. Wall dishes to Gortat. Pass to Dudley. There's the screen. Lets it go from deep.
No good.
It's rebounded by Charlotte. Lee's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Time trying to make a comeback.
And it's Walker penetrating.
Walker with the shot.
Again, the miss by Walker.
Okay. Now.
Wizards leading by 20. To the inside. Dudley's shot is good.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Charlotte's gone ice cold from 3-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter.
I'm out. Charlotte.
Here's Lee.
Now Lee.
Outside, Walker.
Walker. Jefferson.
Outside, Jefferson. Takes it from 10. Gortat with the block. But he stays with it.
Oh.
That's a 2-pointer from Walker.
Kept
the line by
good.
Charlotte.
Gay
Williams passes to Lee.
Courtney could have shot that for
Screen by Jefferson. And Walker kicks to Williams. It's stolen by Morris. In transition, here come the Wizards. Wall, that's good.
Just a great job
How many points?
of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Batum wide open, he finds. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 6 assists in the game.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Washington.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that.
And we've come to expect nothing less from one of the league's elite players, but another tour de force for John Wall. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team. They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game, though. We call this box score window dressing. All it's going to do is make the numbers look a little better than it was.
Jefferson, a screen on Wall. Walker. Rebounded by Dudley. Now Wall. There's the dish to Beal. Gortat with a screen on Lee. Here's Beal. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Screen by Jefferson.
Back to Walker. So
Batum against Dudley. Batum attacking inside. Clock at 4. There's the bucket. Good.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
And shot clock runs out. And
here is Wall. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd.
Well, first off, John, congratulations on this win. Is the type of tandem that we're seeing with you and Bradley Beal and the performance you had here tonight hinting that this may just be the best backcourt in the league?
I'm not going to say we had the best backcourt in the league, but we're going to be a talented backcourt for years to come with. It's great to play with somebody that can knock down shots like that. He can create, he can push the ball, he defends, and he made the job a lot easier for me. If you want to help, I can find him at any time.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Doris, thank
the 2K Sports post-game show.
Spurs and Kings coming up.